So we are back here at the Diocesan Clergy School, the Diocese of Saldanha Bay, and we've had our closing session with a great theologian and an ordained minister in the Presbyterian Church, the Reverend Dr. Teddy Sakupapa. Good afternoon, Doctor, and welcome. It is wonderful to have had you minister to us and share great insights this afternoon. Something that you touched on this afternoon, Reverend Doctor, is you mentioned pastor theologians. And so how do we, as pastor theologians in the 21st century, engage in the process of celebrating, remembering, and embodying our original blessing, which, by the way, is our overarching theme for this Diocesan Clergy School?
Thank you so much, Canon Gani. It's been a great pleasure to join you here, really stimulating and inspiring. I think this idea of a pastor theologian can really be articulated as an ancient Christian vision that links together the pastoral role and the theological reflection and the importance of that within the local context. And I think this is also quite very helpful in focusing on the theme of the clergy school, because it touches on contextual issues that are pertinent. For example, the concerns around the impact of ecological issues, right? And I think the theological reflection around that, prompts us to think about responsive ways of engaging with issues of eco-justice. But beyond that, also, I think it's this way of continually thinking about the location and the context of our ecclesial engagement and the need, I think, to engage in the broader mission of God. And I think the idea from the World Council of Churches mission statement, Together Towards Life, of mission from the margins, I think encapsulates in interesting ways in which we can foreground a liberative dimension to our work, and work that can be contextual and rooted and responsive to the experiences of the people among whom we live and work.
And you mentioned, Doctor, there a very specific word, and that is contextual, but you've also mentioned the mission of God. And so how do we, and in your opinion, Doctor, what are the priorities for a 21st century emerging African theology?
I think within our contemporary context, we need to acknowledge that the ecclesial landscapes have really drastically changed. We are in the context of world Christianity. And if anything, one can speak of Christianity. So in that sense, I think we really need to reflect on mission as the mission of God. And this means that clergy in the 21st century need to be able to discern where the Spirit of God is at work. And I think the idea of the mission of God also suggests that God is at work not only within the church, beyond the church. The mission of God is much larger than the church. I think our context requires clergy that can read the signs of the times.
Thank you so very much. And to you who are listening and watching, the Reverend Dr. Teddy Sakupapa. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. It was a great pleasure. Thank you.